APNX have been releasing absolute stunners recently, and this is no exception. This is the APNX V1. This is a dual chamber panoramic view design case. Now you can get this case in fully black, fully white, or you can go custom, go panda design. You can actually have the choice of a wooden front panel as well. Honestly, there is so much different design you can do with this case, so it's better that you guys check it out for yourself. So I'll leave that link down below. This is a panoramic case done right. All of the cutouts for the airflow are completely open. There's so much more air going through it, which will keep your components nice and cool. Now, speaking of cool, what we have here is a bracket that actually can be removed out of the case that can fit a 360mm radiator. You can also fit a 360mm radiator up the top, and you can fit a 360 at the side here as well. Pretty standard compared to a lot of the other panoramic cases out there. However, this takes it even one step further than just the 45-degree angle. If you were looking for a case that has the compatibility of fitting a real thick radiator, this is it. What they have done with this case is they've built in a different motherboard layout where you can actually move the motherboard layout up 20mm or back down 20mm. So right now, this is in the standard motherboard layout mode. So right now, the motherboard will fit in like so, and we can fit a much thicker radiator in. However, if we wanted more thickness down the bottom, or wanted to include something down the bottom for whatever reason, we could actually move the motherboard up 20mm, take this bracket out at the back and put it down the bottom, that we have extra room down there. Now, if you really think about it, this is absolutely fantastic for those of you who are using high profile RAM, or if the motherboard heat sinks are sticking out too much. You could still use those thicker radiators by putting the motherboard in at its lowest layout. Now, moving around to the rear, you can see we do have plenty of space for our cable management. We also have this swing out tray, which holds our SSDs and hard drives. It's actually on hinges, so all you need to do is undo the two screws, then you can flip it out, have access to all the cables and your hard drives on the inside there as well. The power supply sits in this compartment right here, and all of the cables, they route around the motherboard tray with Velcro straps. Let's get into it. If you are sick of this watermark and not being able to utilize all of Windows features, then head on over to whokeys.com. Purchase a Windows 10 Pro key for $16 or a Windows 11 Pro key for $22. Use my code IFR25 for 25% off with loads of payment methods. Copy your code from the user center and paste it here to activate. They also provide you with a step-by-step guide and 24-hour support. Now, to make this the most powerful gaming PC, we need to put in the highest level consumer CPU that we can get. Now, this is the 9950X. Currently, it is the top dog in terms of gaming. It beats out the 285K by a few FPS in majority of games, and it also beats out its previous 7th gen X3D processors. Now, when the 9th gen X3D processors release, this will no longer be the top gaming CPU. However, what it does have is also rendering performance. So you're actually getting the best of both worlds with this CPU. And that is why we've chosen this for today's build. Now, if we're gonna make the most powerful gaming PC, we also need to go with the most powerful graphics card. This is a GeForce RTX 4090, and in our gameplay testing, it was absolutely crushing through games in 4K settings. And because of its 24 gigabytes of VRAM, it can actually run a multi-monitor setup, but it's also great for CUDA performance. We always use CUDA performance in our video rendering, so it really helps speed that time up because it works in tandem with the CPU. So having a high-end GPU is not just good for gaming itself.